Kevin Taylor has been on his case. Mawininko Ijumo. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of a 3FM Sunrise Morning Show. My name is Johnny Hughes. Trust you are well. Good morning. Hey. And how was your night yesterday? I trust it was fine. Okay. Willie Don Colombia powder. My God, it always feels good to be back on your radio. And as always, you can join us on Twitter at 3FM927. The hashtag is 3FM Sunrise. Always join us. We're working together with you. We will have a conversation, an extensive one ahead of our Afro Connect show that will happen tomorrow at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. You can't miss it. Because all the African countries that you can think about will be there. Angola, Senegal, Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Mali, even Gabon, Burkina Faso. In fact, all the countries where the Gabonese will be making some noise. Make some noise. Make some noise. Oh my God, you can't miss it. 21st, 10 a.m. sharp. We're all meeting at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park for Afro Connect, 3FM Afro Connect. Let's connect with Felicity Afianya, who knows all about the weather. Good morning, Felicity. How are you doing?
Good morning, Johnny. I am better today than yesterday.
Always
what
a pleasure.
You?
I am greater than Accra. Greater than Accra.
Sure.
Yes.
How about Helen?
Helen is chilling. She's on leave.
She's chilling.
Yes,
hey,
she's on leave. Yeah, she's on leave. But it's okay. It's okay. She's gone on leave twice this year. I've not gone on any leave.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, this morning we are expecting cloudy weather over the coastal strip, Greater Accra, central and western regions, where 40% chance of light rain occurring over just a few places. The other parts of the country this morning we expect them to have partly cloudy. The sun will be with them. By late afternoon, we expect 40 to 60% chance of rain and thunder occurring over most of the areas. The northern region, the Savannah, eastern, and then parts of the upper east region. Yes, temperatures will range between 29 and 32 across the country. The state of the sea is still rough, so fisher folks need to be careful on the sea. For the Volta Lake this morning till late afternoon, it's pretty cool for fishing activities. From that late afternoon into the evening hours, we have to watch out, especially when they are around the Kwame Danso area, the Afam Plain area. They need to watch out. But those around the Sokakofe, they can go out to do their fishing activities till evening that they will close and go home. For tomorrow is a holiday, and with the 3FM, yes, we still have some rain for Greater Accra tomorrow morning. The afternoon will become clearer for the activities. And then by evening, we are expecting some localized development of rain. But then the concentration is over slightly north of the coastline. So those into Pokwasi, Amasama, Ataribuche, Medina areas, they are the ones that we have earmarked. But if it will come closer to your venue, we'll definitely let you know. But then it will not be any rain that will disrupt the program.
For our farm folks, those who want to go to farm by hook or crook, what do you have for them? Those who want to dry out their harvest, for example, what do you tell them?
Yeah, this morning they can go ahead and do their drying, especially the Eastern Volta, Oti, Ashanti, Savannah, the Bono, the Ahafo areas up to the north. They can go out and do their drying, but they have to be mindful that by late afternoon, that is when the clouds will mature into rain-bearing one that will start producing the rain. So around 3 thereabouts, they need to start packing their seeds or their farm produce.
Is there something in the weather that's distributing this flu and Apollo that's running around? Is there something there that you want to tell us?
I think I don't know much into the medical system, but then we will research into it and get to know. But the only thing is that if it's airborne, then it's weather related because the air has to drive it or transport it from one end to the other. But I don't know much the medical things into the Apollo formations and other things.
Okay. Felicity, I thank you very much indeed for your time. We're grateful as always.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's Felicity Hafianyo. She will be working with us tomorrow on the holiday. We're going to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park tomorrow for 3FM's Afro Connect. You have to be there. Free entry, 10 o'clock in the morning. Na ejumano aseti gidi 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 gidi. Welcome to enjoy Ntako.
Oh, yes.
You did?
Yes, we did.
The
Kumasi Sports Stadium. We're doing well.
Kumasi, they do Ntako.
Oh, sure.
You be serious,
Kenya used to run for one of the schools.
Yes.
Of Kenya, I think 400 meters or something.
Kenya was in Kumasi Anglican Senior
Exactly
High School.
so.
Yeah, Cass, Super Cass.
Yeah.
And you remember him?
That's the school I went to.
Oh wow, you met him?
No, he couldn't have. He couldn't have met
Like
Lord
a
Kenya.
small boy.
He couldn't have met Lord Kenya.
Kenya be my mate.
Anyway, the Finder newspaper this morning says private investor to inject 85 million euros into Lands Commission's operations. Also, Photon Assay Lab to ensure accurate valuation of minerals, according to Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Miracle Duka. Attacks on opponents inimical to NPP. It's a contest of ideas, not insults, according to Dr. Baumia. I will support whoever wins November 4. Dr. Akutu, is he backing down? Apia Kubi to contest the Fija Kwabre South MPP parliamentary primaries. And the publisher newspaper, Nam1, I'm not guilty. He gets 500 million Ghana cedis bail as Attorney General wants daily court trials. If the people hadn't called for it, I'm not sure Attorney General would have said it, but Jachi Question is still going through daily trials. Iyoko, WHO tackle illicit tobacco trade. Baumia, my focus is on victory, not insults. Don't jail journalists over their opinions on LGBT. And the Daily Graphic says, turning economy around, cut down on expenditure. Apu, speakers urge government at Graphic Business Stanbic breakfast meeting. Consortium commits $10 million to lithium drilling. 80% prostate cancer patients report late for treatment. Professor J.E. Mensah. And don't impede work of Electoral Commission, according to the judiciary. And the judiciary, SKB Asante tells the politicians. That's the professor there. Noble, what do you have?
The Ghanaian Times newspaper on the front page, the big story is towards operational transformation. Lands Commission targets 85 million investment for improved land administration services. Comes with a picture of Benito Owusu-Bill. There's also Namwan denies defrauding customers of 1.6 billion cedis. Namwan is saying there's £10 million project to tackle food security in the northern region launched, and ECOWAS urge to apply tougher sanctions to stop illicit arms proliferation. You go to the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, 3 decent green jobs unveiled in Kumasi. The center spread of the paper says 100 hospitality front desk workers undergo French literacy. VRA spills across Sombong dams following high inflows. These are the stories the Ghanaian Times is reporting. The TNP News, it says,
What's that
trusted, authentic, and fairness.
TNP. Election they come, their brothers go show face.
TNP is the arrangement of the thing for me. Trusted, authentic, and then fairness.
I think we should publish one Nokofio news.
MKF.
Yeah, Nokofio news.
The big story says, give leadership positions to young ones. Late president of the Methodist Church of Ghana. And 2 NPP thugs arrested at limited registration center, page 4. Obosa donates to NSMQ team ahead of the National Championship. Ministry of Education to partner with Zipline Technology to revolutionize STEM education. Latter chiefs threatening demonstration of roads. Lastly, academic excellence is our hallmark. Proprietors of Jackson International School.
Great. William?
And the Daily Guide this morning, Namwan gets 500 million Ghana cedi bail. Adwoa Safu cools down Domi Kwabenya constituent with yogurts.
Yes, Coco. Yeah, finance, you go.
Stop making fun of them.
But she didn't add sweet, bad, tart,
stop making fun
spring
of
roll,
That one was not
or even the air
I will
pie.
not sit here and allow you to do this.
Oh, that's your MP.
No, but she's an MP.
That's what.
You are ridiculous.
Yes, you go.
Well, she's an MP.
I will not. No. Let's.
We are helping the way you are saying the thing, right? You.
My friend, be careful. She's an MP. I won't throw mad at
Yes, you go.
He's not opponent. He's my MP, actually.
Yeah, that's Noble's MP.
He's my member of parliament.
Stop making fun of the MP.
I didn't get it.
You go.
When you were saying it, I didn't get some.
I won't throw mud at opponents. That's according to Dr. Baumia of the MPP. 3 Ghanaians arrested over Russian Wagner activities and why OSP seized Cecilia Dapa's assets again. On the front page of the Daily Analyst, budgets approved by Parliament was for continuous registration. EC boss reveals, I don't believe in attacking opponents. That's Baumia again. My focus is on selling my ideas to the delegates. He adds, no serious political party will welcome Adwoa Safu Ubribuahin. He's saying so. And Ujura, tree planting and cleanup exercise slated for September 23. And on that note, I wish the people of Kroponge, Krapim and the areas around very successful festival. That is my hometown.
Will you go home?
My hometown. Of course, I'll be there.
You go home.
I'll be there live and color.
Yesterday, I saw a picture of Honorable Kennedy Japan also sharing something. Was it chicken or something at an event?
It's a season of sharing.
So, on behalf of all of us, we want to play this song for them, please.
FM 92.7 Urban Lifestyle Radio Station. I am my shorty, gets busy on this frequency. 92.7
Did you hear the Adwoa in there? Yes, Kaka.
You're sharing it to supporters of the party. Supporters of the party.
But that is not how the supporters want to party.
She has come to apologize.
The party want to. I mean, they are. No. You got without sweet, bad, or tats.
People should be calming down.
They should calm down. Okay, let me hear you. Dr. Baumia says he's not interested in insults. So he says he's not interested in insults. He's focused on victory. And you know, that sounds more like when Martin Amidu did his corruption risk assessment. You remember? He had a back and forth with Nana Santibidi, it was secretary to the president, a 44-paragraph letter that came back and forth, and then Eugene suddenly comes to tell us that, they have an election to win. And so they are focused on the election. When they finish the election, they will respond to the mother serpent of all corruption claim. Same tune Baumia is singing. And the elections have been over. We are in the third year after the elections. That mother serpent of all corruption tag has not been taken off the president's neck. And that's the same thing Dr. Baumia is doing.
Martin Kubu's favorite
his mantra.
Yes.
But when the questions are asked of Dr. Baumia, he doesn't answer the questions. Then he says, my focus is victory. But will the people not be voting for you based on the answers that you give them? Or am I dreaming?
Seth Tucker also reminded him of some 170 questions.
Yeah, he gave you a Misata.
Yes, a Misata. So you should come and answer that one too. That one too. Are waiting for elections. If the MPP loses, that is, if Baumia is able to become flag bearer, and if it becomes, and if the MPP loses in 2020, it means nobody is answering those 170 questions. So we should stop asking the questions of these, finance ministers and all of that.
I mean, it is his mouth that will serve as the banana peel for him. It is not just his actions, his mouth. I'm talking about Dr. Baumia. His mouth.
Please break it down.
His mouth will make him slip.
The 2008 to 2020, what he said will be the banana peel going into 2024. Because, I mean, he as a person, corruption tag, no. I mean, I sitting here don't have evidence, say he's corrupt. Well, competence, debatable. But what he said, all of them are looking at him like, you see the way he's standing funny.
They say that the NDC, if Baumia wins, should not campaign. They should just go on Twitter
and just be playing.
That's the point. You see, now they've started talking about the 170 questions.
Yes.
This is going to be his problem.
And you see, the questions, those 170 questions were questions that related to how the economy was faring and all of that. So if the questions are put to you now,
and the
what
way
is your answer?
He went about making those statements, the way he was apparently like
ridiculing
the key to the IGP, inflation, fundamentals weakening, and anyway. So this also tells us that as voters, we should look beyond what the politicians say and actually look at things on the ground, like President Kufuor said. Look at your pockets and because the way it is now, going into 2024 campaign, I don't know what else he's going to say. Everything that he will say,
he has counted it before he said it.
I'm wondering how now everybody in the MPP suddenly is talking about Kennedy Japan, and people are talking about a politics of no insults. We've been in this country where Mr. Japan walked into a court to tell a sitting judge that he's stupid. The party said nothing about it. The party wrote nothing, absolutely nothing about it. We've been in this country where Mr. Japan has threatened journalists. The party said nothing, because all those things that he did, insulting people on live radio, live TV, sometimes even threatening people and all of that, the party said nothing about it because it inured to the benefit of the party. Now the Jatabi has grown, and he's showing them something small of what he used to give us, and they are complaining.
But you see, in politics, as I've always said, what you perceive as logic doesn't usually work in politics. For instance, look at what happened in Mali and Niger. These are people who voted for their civilian presidents just months before the coup.
Right.
And the same people were happy, jubilating. So, Mr. Kennedy Japan may be seen as somebody who is, foul in terms of his attitude, his insults and everything. But because of the way people are hungry and angry, they will overlook that and vote for him.
On the
Look,
scale of
what didn't we say
preferences-
about Nana Akufo-Addo?
Yeah.
What didn't you say about Nene Akufo-Addo? He is arrogant, he is insulting, he is this, he is that. Even told us that Etua, Echremu Bibi Kakra, those were very, or die. But he still became president. And so, in politics, some of these things, but it would have been okay if Ken had, seen that he wanted to be president earlier in his life and then groomed himself to the top. That would have been fine and finer. Maybe the finest way to go. Like President Kufuor did. He wanted to be president. So at the age of 28, he was even deputy minister for foreign affairs, grooming himself. He became president, and his character was never in question. But it also holds that somebody can be brutally insulting, but the situation on the ground, the people will forget to vote for him.
If the situation on the ground is calling for that at a particular time, then although it is not proper, but if that is what will make the
people are so
people
hungry,
feel
exactly.
okay, they'll just go. On the scale of preference, insults, tough language does not matter so much when you're comparing that with money, with how much people want in their pocket.
Trump and this
insult me and give me money. If that's
Trump and Co
do,
became president. The man started firing on Twitter, and through that became so popular and became president. So going into 2024, I'm even saying that we should look beyond the individuals who are out there campaigning as flag bearers and look at the team that they will form.
Because they will not be able to do all. A lot of the things will happen with the people around.
Yes,
them.
because if you look at Singapore, their first prime minister, that was his core agenda, the people around him. Even before you became a minister or even an MP of the party, the aptitude, you have to do SAT, you have to do intelligence, you have to evaluate your psychological makeup and everything. That's how Singapore became what it is. Because the president, how much can he do? It is the people around him. Now, if you shout and shout and shout to become a minister or deputy minister, we should move beyond that and look at the substance of the individuals who are in the team. Because if you say you have the men
who have shouted and has become a minister.
Oh, Master. You want me to mention
please, we want to know the president. Some of us want to be Sam, so we want to know how to shout.
You say you want to be vice president, so you shouldn't be shouting.
Okay, so that one is what?
You have to groom yourself.
You have to mess on noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But if the exchange rate moves, you cannot jump to that conclusion that the fundamentals are weak. That defies logic.
That's it. Bro, funing me there.
It's a song for me.
Yeah, how'd you go?
PLO Lumumba says, if you say something and you spend more time explaining what you said than what you said, it means Charlie.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
As soon as you ask, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you yourself, you know that you are not being,
no.
You are not as clear as TV3.
Yeah. Anyway, well, turning economy around, cut down on expenditure. Speakers urged government at Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting by Emmanuel Bruce. The government has to do more to cut down expenditure in its quest to bring the economy's debt to sustainable levels and revive the economy. Speakers at the Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting who made the suggestion argued that for the country to survive such turbulent times and come out stronger, the government must prioritize efficient spending. This is perhaps the umpteenth time that this has been said. Will the government listen? William?
You see, what you've said, I was just reading what Professor Frimpong Boateng wrote in his open letter to anybody who wants to be president of the Republic come January 20. He answers all the questions you're asking this morning. Will the government listen? Look, the independence fight that we fought from 19 whenever the whites came till 1957, that fight is proving to be even less than the fight that is ahead of us now, as Professor Bombon said. So if you are not listening to the people, those days, you see how Kwame Nkrumah and Co were able to rally the people. It's about the people.
Yeah.
Because without the people, you cannot achieve anything. So if the professors are speaking, the experts are speaking, the people on the ground are speaking, and you are not listening, there's no way we will win the economic fight. Because what are people saying? They say your government is large. You are not minding the people. They say some of your appointees
You can
smell of corruption.
Yes.
You are not doing anything about it. You are patting them on
money
the
in
back.
rubber bag.
And saying that party is kind. So everything that has been said about this president, and maybe something, I think because he's also a defense attorney. I don't remember reading anywhere that Nana Akufo-Addo has been a prosecutor before. So he's always on the defensive. He's anytime. No. I mean,
He has to take his clients out of the trouble.
Yes. I mean,
So that is how.
so many years of.
That is
Practice.
orientation.
That is
yes.
the
It has
defense.
become part of his
to wait
life.
if you cook jollof every day, you become a jollof expert.
You see how
You
the
see
posture,
every meal as jollof.
You see the posture of Martin Namidu.
That's quite prosecutorial.
And Nana
He's
Akufo-Addo is always
he's
defensive.
adversarial,
I'm looking
yeah.
at them as two lawyers, and so sometimes some of these things can play around, and you may not see, but that's how I see him.
Amidu
always-
is digging to find fault.
Yes.
Nanado is trying to
Digging to
cover up.
defend.
Yes, to take you out of
And,
the hole.
and he was speaking at the bar conferences. The people are saying I'm a clearing agent. No, people are saying you are a clearing agent. That's what it is. Because if you've told that you are going to protect the person, let's see a little effort in trying to protect the person, not the individuals that you are working
The
with.
pest is missing. Oh.
So,
If you find the pest.
William, not to cut you, but remember what the president said when Sisi Adapa's issue came?
Exactly.
That she knows that
That he is confident.
Yes, he's confident.
With the
That
latest
he-
revelations from
is he still confident?
OSP,
What is Nana
what
Akufo-Addo's
happens to
confidence level
the
in the
president's
matter?
confidence, and
So these are the things. Even if you are confident, you don't say, because the whole world is built on words.
Yeah.
The whole law that he read and became a very celebrated lawyer is built on words.
That's right.
So even if you believe the appointee, and the way people are talking about corruption and corruption-related offenses,
It doesn't
you don't
lie in
say.
your mouth to
you
say
don't
it.
say.
Yeah.
There are some things you don't say. Just keep quiet, and then as soon as you begin to speak, then you are pouring more, fuel
You're
into
giving people ideas.
Yes,
That,
and then
it's possible that.
Yeah, so-
because even before we investigations began, you're busy.
yes.
on-
If you ask me, these are some of the things that going forward, at least as Nana Akufo-Addo has 1.5 years to go, he should be quiet on some of those things so that you don't appear to be pouring more fuel into the fire that is burning us now. Because he has admitted.
his words will be his banana.
This will be his okro or his ademe.
He
my
has
God.
agreed that we are in trouble, and even the next leader will come and take us out of it. Where did he make that statement, Crosby? When he arrived at the meeting,
When he was voting.
Yes, exactly. He said he has admitted that we are in a crisis. So when we are in a crisis, your words alone should soothe
You
us.
see, William, there's one
Should serve
thing.
as a balm,
to cool and soothe. But you see, there's one thing. There's one thing admitting that we are in a crisis,
he has admitted.
and there's another thing admitting your portion of the blame in the crisis that has been created.
I'm
very
giving you the
important.
rundown. The man is a defense attorney. He's defending
Yeah,
himself
but
all
you see,
the time.
when you come and say, "Oh, we are in crisis," me, am I a minister? Do I draw ministerial salaries? Me, am I an appointee of the government? So if, for example, you say cut down on expenditure, I have cut down my private expenditure. At home, my son will tell you we don't eat certain things anymore because we can't afford it. If we go on that tangent, our personal economy will crash. But the government is not listening and is still living as if everything is okay, like a sports child.